Hello. I apologize if the audio quality is again sketchy. This is a spare headset. I need to get another one that'll hopefully have some decent audio quality. And when I do, hopefully it'll work for a while. Like my last one did. It lasted me for years, but then all of a sudden one day it just... Well, it happens. Anyway, it is the 15th of summer in the valley. And yesterday, my character did nothing very much. Just the biggest thing was she bought a portrait of her husband and hung it in the house. Thought about putting it in the chicken coop since he likes chicken so much, but then I was like, nah, he is your husband. So, today being the 15th and Monday, that of course means that we've got special orders to pick up. And while we're at it, we also have to deal with a special order that my character got from the wizard yesterday, wanting a couple of ghosts in the mines, counting them. So we're going to do a little of all of that today. And of course, there is the never-ending supply of farm work. I was trying to figure out what that sound was. Never did figure it out. It's still happening, even. I wonder if it's the Junimo. Well, okay. We'll just begin with the animals as usual. Oh, we've got some wheat ready too today. Hello, Sam. Sam blocking the road now. Alright, I seriously doubt this goat's all the way out here, but we shall see. 2010 is usually the kind of place that... Yeah. The goat isn't actually here. When I tap it, try to interact with it, all I actually hit is a tree. As a matter of fact, strangely enough, the sheep is out here too. Okay. This is a bug with the tracker that, for some reason, a lot of times animals end up showing where they aren't. And it always seems to be in the northwestern corner of your farm. But I haven't heard either them or the chickens yet. Well, no, I think I might have heard a chicken. But I just cleaned up all these seeds and it's already dropping more. I don't want seeds. Maple seeds. Okay, so, but we're gonna check the barns and coops and make sure they're not being blocked off. I swear it's like the trees know when you pick up stuff and they're like, okay, good, time to throw some more. It's impossible to keep up with. And I'm not even sure it even qualifies as debris. Yep, I have once again, as usual, become distracted. Okay, we're not done with that, but enough for now because I want to look at those coops and barn doors. Because I am not hearing any animals out here except for Sam. Ha! Okay. I am now officially amused. They seem to have blocked themselves in with truffles. So that's one door open. Actually, I'm not sure why the mod didn't open my door at 6 o'clock like it's supposed to. It usually opens at 6:10 actually. But for some reason it didn't do it today. And there actually were truffles in front of the barn door. So now both are open. And let's go pet the animals again. Along with, of course, watering the crops that aren't covered by my sprinklers that I actually decided to use this year. Chasing these animals is always annoying. And then truffles, of all things, get in the way. They're mushrooms. You should be able to just step right over those. Unless you want to pick them. I've been trying to wait until night for that. Alright, that's the animals tended, at least the barnyard ones. I haven't gone into the coop today, but I just did that a day or two ago, so we'll let that build up some more. I can absolutely never get to the end of this. There's always pine cones, maple seeds, and acorns all over the farm. Even if you just cleaned them out yesterday. It doesn't help you track them when, even though it's other things moving like animals or whatever, it's messing with your tracker even when you're in the trees section. I'm tempted to take a bunch of these, plant them over on Ginger Island just for fun, but probably won't bother. Because when I need construction materials, it's over here that I need it. So there's always the secret woods, the backwoods, the railroad. My orange trees haven't produced this summer. It'll be interesting to check just how many of these I've got when I go inside. Not so many maple seeds because I used a bunch of them for carrot seeds, trading with the raccoon last spring. Alright, I have other things I need to be doing. Although, as I say that, I also recognize that's how I get so annoyed sometimes with these blocked paths when these trees grow up and start getting in the way. was looking at where my sunflower is. It's right next to a bee house. There's no reason it shouldn't have produced sunflower honey, except that the sunflower, I guess, has to be mature, which makes sense. So I should have left that alone, like I did the tulips last spring. Oh well. Okay. We just got all of the wheat that we need for the Agricultural Fund special order. So that will be completed when I ship it tonight. Iridium quality and good iridium quality goat and cow milk, I should say, into the bin, and I also have a small jug of goat milk that will go into a cheese press, and 14 truffles that are not all that I have, or that are not all that are available, I should say, going into the shipping bin. 2 iridium bars are needed for the what am I thinking? The wizard's chest. 9 pieces of wheat into the bin. 10 more into the bin. Lemon stone. I think I'm gonna hang on to that one. I've got several set by, but I think the dwarf's birthday's coming, if I'm not mistaken. This week, speaking of that, it's going to be Sam on the 17th and Demetrius on the 19th, and I've got gifts for both of them set up. Sunflower in the bin. Torches, I don't need those. I made a jack-o'-lantern for here and one for Ginger Island just for funsies. It's done. 4 more wheat into the bin. So that takes care of that. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna put those. Well, no, I gotta go to Ginger anyway. I might as well take the tarot tubers with me. I meant to put them in the chest yesterday anyway. So at the moment, I am literally just running around, emptying inventory into various chests and such. Nothing interesting at all. Oops. Okay. I have a regular goat milk and a gold quality large goat milk I didn't notice before. So I guess I'll toss them both into a cheese press. Two iridium bars into the chest because I've got 43 set aside for wizardly things and I need 45. Let's see what else. Let's take care of the milk first. Then all of that yeah, if I wanted to, I could save the common quality goat cheese for a present for Robin, but I think I'm just gonna sell it. I've already got some that's aging in the house, so it's, well, like I've said, I don't min-max everything. I'm just trying to, excuse me, have a little fun and also stay awake. And I seem to be failing at the latter. There. On yesterday's video, the last several minutes were almost silent as I tried to look up on Wikipedia, or on Stardew Valley Wiki to be specific, where I should be posting cheese stuff, where his collection box was. Common sense said it would be in the walnut room, but my tracker was just flat not picking it up. And the developers were confused too, because it's supposed to be there. So today, when we go over there, I'm going to try to find it again and see if I can mark it properly again, like it's supposed to be, and like they thought it was. I made a note of its coordinates yesterday because when there's nothing that you can put in it, it doesn't even come up. Pardon me, good grief. Okay, let's see. The current count for resources for these various and sundry obelisks. We got 6 dragon teeth, 10 earth crystals, 5 clams with, yeah, 2 different qualities. It won't matter, I don't think. All 45 iridium bars, 12 coral. I don't need 2 of them here. I'll pick it up later. 9 bananas, 10 cactus fruits, of 3 different qualities, 2 coconuts with more in the fridge that I can easily add to polish that off if I don't find them in the desert when I go there. But there's no hurry because I'm just over 2 million. Excuse me. We are now headed into town to check on the special order board there. And after that, we'll head across to Ginger Island. Although I don't intend to do much there today. I'm just going to pick up the order. Get out of the way, Elliot. I really don't know why the tracker can't just walk you around NPCs. That's what people do. They walk around each other. I don't think so, Gus. 100 pineapples in 2 weeks? I don't think so. I'm not even gonna try that one. Let's see what the other one is. Okay, 20 lake fish in a week. That one I can handle. So we'll take that one this week. Now we head across to Ginger Island. You're in the way, Alex. But it stops me and I'll look and see if there's... Okay. Oysters and artifacts. No. Excuse me. No real urgency to dig there. Or forage there. I don't have a particular need for oysters at the moment, and... Well, basically, it'll still be there when I come back anyway. Willie says, sorry if I smell like fish. What else would a fisherman smell like? Especially in the atmosphere here, where your house doesn't even include a bathroom naturally. Which is weird, by the way. But yeah, anyway. So today we have Penny, Haley, Marnie, Pam, and Leo on the island. Leo's always here, but yeah. I didn't bring a poi today, so I guess he'll just have to settle for his usual mango. You know, this being sleepy is not any good because I have no choice but to stay awake tomorrow, probably. Doing jury duty. And I don't imagine that listening to lawyers babble is going to be any more exciting, actually considerably less exciting, than this game. Okay, special order board. And then directly to its west is the tile. It's supposed to be cheese box. I don't want to move to it, I want to name it. Mark it. Okay, and next time I get an order, we'll see if that works. This week's available quests out here are Skull Cavern Invasion and 4 Precious Stones. I've already done both of those. I don't really want to do either. I guess, though, I'll take the just reach 100 levels in the Skull Cavern again. At least you still get paid for quests you've already done, because I've already done both of these. Junimo chest. You know, I'm curious just what's going to happen when I come up with this. Pierre's stock list. Pierre might be interested in this. Aquatic Sanctuary. Hopper recipe. Okay, I just bought the hopper recipe, which means that I probably don't have enough. I don't know how many I've got now. I just bought a bluegrass starter recipe that I won't be able to make until I get a mastery, apparently. Mystic syrup. So it looks like I have now bought all the recipes. Can't afford Pierre's stock list at the moment. Or the Junimo chest. I just spent most of what I've got then, apparently. Fine by me. It'll wait. You're in the way, Mr. Chi. Okay. I think I just basically said, okay, screw it. I'm not in the mood at the moment. So I'm going to head back over to the valley and pause the video, just take a break. Okay, my next video will have a different headset because I just remembered that I've got one I hadn't tried yet. It has one of those small microphones that I'm not sure is going to work, but we'll try it as far as being better voice quality because it is smaller than the one I'm currently using and less adjustable. It's a little tiny one that is flush against the headset, and you pull it out and it's only like 2 inches long. So we'll see when the time comes. Now, frankly, it's the next day and I don't remember if I was doing anything in particular. I think... if I went over to Ginger Island, I forgot to drop those tubers. And yet I know that I did, because I remember being disgruntled by the choices that I was given for cheese challenges this week, and not being especially impressed with either. But taking the Skull Cavern to level 100 just because it was something to do. Okay, well, what we're going to do, since I forgot to drop off the tubers, is we're gonna head over back to the farm, drop that off, gonna pick up my gonna pick up a bunch of bait, I guess, just for fun. I don't really need it with the mod I use, but I use it anyway. And we're gonna catch 20 lake fish, because that one is, frankly, a very easy challenge with the mods I use. I would like to have one that would do the reeling sound when I use it, but I don't have that. It just brings it all in perfect, which is okay in its own way too. I don't like the fishing game. I couldn't get the hang of it manually. We're gonna go and finish that And let's see. Then we're going to go straight into the mines and take care of ghosts and sprites. Ghosts and dust sprites both. Ghosts, if I recall correctly, I've had to hunt these down several times, are 51 to 79. Dust sprites are 41 to 79, so we're just going to start at 41 and go from there. And do both at once. And once I come out of there, I will check with the Adventurers Guild, because by then I will want to know what is my progress on these goals. And I will also have a bunch of geodes and golden coconut, at least one, to crack open with clans. So we still got plenty to do today. 8 handfuls of hay. Yeah, that needs to go into the silo. Put it there momentarily. If there's room for it anyway. But first, I'll keep the hoe with me. I may need it for artifacts or occasional dirt digging. I'll keep the scythe. I won't need the watering can. So into a chest it goes, nor the shears, nor the milk pail. I'll want the rod. Won't need the wood axe. Or the pan. We'll need the pickaxe and the sword. The infinity blade, as it's called now. And you know what? I think that just for fun, I'm going to use the fish I catch for the challenge as my food this mine run, for the simple reason that at least that way I won't have to run back to the house. And before I go into the mine after my fishing, I will definitely hit up the spa so that I can go in with a full load of energy and health. Health isn't a problem, fishing doesn't hurt you, but it does kind of tire you. Alright, let's see. Backwoods. Get out of the way, Sam. I absolutely cannot get to the end of these seeds and keep them down. I just saw a maple seed on the way to the back entrance. Wait a minute. I forgot to grab some more bait. I've only got 4 pieces on me. That won't do. You know, just for fun, I'm going to use some wild bait instead of deluxe bait. That won't be enough for every single cast, but it's okay, because you still get bites even if you aren't using bait, even without a mod, frankly. I had 64 pieces, now I got 50. Now I'm curious just how much deluxe bait I've got. At one time I had 300, but I used it, I want to say last winter, but I'm not sure. Might have been 2 winters ago. Let's see. You know, I wish there was somewhere you could sell your old tools that you don't need anymore, like your basic scythe and your training rod and your bamboo pole, that kind of stuff. 420 deluxe baits now. It's going up nicely with the deluxe bin producing every day. Okay, let's try this again. And of course animals are blocking the road. Move, duck. She's got me pinned up against my farmhouse, my lumber pile, my fishing chest. I cannot move at all. And she's just standing there. Move! That's the one good thing about winter is your animals aren't blocking you when you're trying to move around on your farm. They can only block you, within their coop or barn. Which is annoying enough, but still. Right, here we go. To the mountain. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to grab a grape and an artifact at some point, too. Probably do that after the trip through the mine. Okay. Driftwood, I don't want it. Need it. Goes bye-bye. That count shows me I've already got 9 things in inventory. I may end up dropping by the farm anyway, and if I do that, I might as well just grab a crab cake. Or 3. Then eating all my fish. Anyhow, first things first, gotta catch 'em. A bullhead. Sturgeon. Another sturgeon. Rainbow trout. And speaking of me saying that I don't have to have fish to catch bait, I goofed and hadn't loaded up my rod with any bait. Now we got some wild bait on. Largemouth bass. Another trout. A carp. River jelly. Another bullhead. Algae. Disgusting to look at, but apparently useful. A chub. More algae. And I haven't had any doubles from the wild bait today. A trout. Largemouth bass. Chub. And a treasure chest. Magma geodes. And a skeletal tail. I think it was another bullhead. Chub. Okay, there's the last bit of the bait gone for wild bait, and I don't know what fish I caught that time. So we'll load up the deluxe bait. Rainbow trout. Chub. I don't know what that one was. It did what it does sometimes and got reading out of order. It blocked the fish name by telling me I was facing the lake again. Okay, we're out of bait again, and it didn't tell me what fish I caught because of that. A rainbow trout. Another trout. No tags. The derby's not until this weekend, but I don't think my character's gonna do this one. Done it 3 times. Actually, I stand corrected. Maybe she will. It'll get her free mystery boxes. Green algae. And we're only at 14 of 20 fish, believe it or not. I'm fairly sure that maybe some of these fish are also catchable in the rivers, and so that's why they're not counting. Because technically, basses, 3 bullheads, 3 sturgeons, 7 rainbow trout, 4 chubs, 2 carps. So I am actually over 20 fish, but it's got to be lake fish in particular. So, trout and possibly carp, I'm not sure. Don't count toward that. And maybe bullheads, I'm not sure. I haven't got right handy what exactly is catchable in the lake, so we'll just keep going. And what counts as a lake fish? I know the largemouth bass does. Chub. Pretty sure the chub is another one you can catch in the river too, so it won't count for the lake thing. A bullhead and more magma geodes and bullhead roe. Yeah, I'm not sure I've got any of that yet, but roe isn't exactly something I need any of at the moment. I got more than I know what to do with. Anyway. There's the sturgeon. Whoops, that was a bad cast. There's a bass, a largemouth bass. Here's another sturgeon. And we got 5 deluxe baits in this chest. And a diamond. And 2 sturgeon roes. So let's load up. The pole. Again. There's a trout. And another. And a bullhead, and apparently bullheads count for the lake fish because that was the last one. And there goes the journal. And it grabbed some algae from the last one. Let's see what we've got here. Largemouth basses are good food. 98 energy, 44 health, 5 bullheads, 65 and 29. Sturgeons, 65 and 29, and they're worth a lot of gold. You're really better off stuffing those in the bin, because they're the same as fish that are worth a lot less. 9 rainbow trouts, they're the same. Midway between the bullhead and the sturgeon in value, kind of, sort of, but they give the same benefits. Five chubs. They're the same. Matter of fact, chubs are the lowest of the fish that give 65 and 29 in terms of value. This river jelly, 75 and 33. Carps, 33 and 14. You know what? To heck with it. I'm just gonna go back home, drop off the fish, drop off the road, drop off the rod since I won't need it again, and then we'll head back into the mine. So since I'm going back to the farm anyway first, I'm going to grab this grape. Prehistoric tool. And that's the end of the forageables. So way across we go. Got animals blocking the road again. Blocking the road to the farmhouse. Okay. Drop the fishing rod in there. And we'll put the hay in too for the moment. Alright, let's see here. Oops, no, that's the wrong one. I need to go to the light blue one. There we go. We'll take 4 with us. May not even need them all, but we'll see. Now over to the mini shipping bin. Okay, yep, it's empty. So, in go the bass, and the bullheads, and the sturgeons, and the trouts. And the chubs. And the carps. And you know, I keep keeping these river jellies and cave jellies and sea jellies when I get them, but I haven't needed any but one because I don't smoke fish off them. So I think we're gonna sell this one. in the bin, skeletal tail in the bin, and the prehistoric tool in the bin, and that should load it up. Got the daggone duck still blocking the road, hanging out on the porch. And a chicken, too. The duck is blocking my chest. Well, and now I'm kind of stuck at the eastern end of the porch because the duck moved, but only to stay in the way. I can't go anywhere at all until the duck moves. I hate when animals do this. They just get stuck in one spot and just stay there, and they just friggin' camp. And it doesn't matter what you try to do to move them. Okay. Bullhead row into the bin, into the fishing chest, with most of the other bobbers and eggs and baits. Okay. We're gonna move the crab cakes out past the food, out past the blades. Oops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Although picking them up kind of has the same general effect, I think. No, not quite. Okay. There, that'll do it. And now, organize inventory. Oh, daggone it, the grapes. Yeah, now the duck is blocking the door. What am I looking for here? I came in here for a reason. Grapes, yes. It looks like the iridium grapes are the few grapes that would be worth more raw than turned into raisins. I've noticed that seems to be a pattern. Iridium quality fruit, when you can get it, is worth more than the artisan good, if you don't have the profession, obviously. Alright, so those are out of the way. And let's go again.
One at 50 to 17. Player at 49 to 17.
to the railroad we go. Nope. Not going into the men's room. Not that it would matter, there's never anybody in there anyway, but it's the concept. For the record, stamina's at 30% after all that fishing and farming. Started at something like 75. This headset here had a piece of electrical tape on it, but when I accidentally unplugged it, because I was thinking about something that I can't do yet. Yeah, that's right, I just flat got distracted. The piece of tape came off. Ironically enough, the audio from my screen reader is actually going into both headphones at the moment more reliably than when it had the tape on. It's not all that reliable. But it's a little better if I don't move too much, which I always do. Okay, we're all charged up, let's go. I have no idea what was on that first floor. I didn't look. I just went for the monsters. This one, though, I'm definitely going to have to deal with some stuff. I think the main reason I didn't look is because I don't need any more iron, and that's going to be a lot of what I see down here. Okay, we've got the Dust Sprite goal complete. We're on 45. And since the goal is done, and oh, damn. Because I didn't freeze time, I'm not going to get the reward for these 2 ghosts. Because it's 11:50 p.m. So I may as well not even bother to do it. Because it was 1 day left. I got it yesterday, but I was doing some other things. And the wizard, I believe, closes his house at 11. Oh well, I've done this one for him several times. Or ones just like it. I guess I can't get them all. Especially when I actually try to let time run like it's supposed to. But we'll still check the Adventurers Guild. And see what's left on the goals board. I believe now it's just magma sprites. $90 of 150 magma sprites left to go. That is it. Everything else is done. Let's check the map right quick. Some of the houses tell you when they're open, some don't. Alright. homes that are also shops tell you when they're open. Residences don't. So now I'm just going to do this for curiosity and see. I think, like I said, I think the wizard locks up at 11, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to go find out. Wizard is open 6 a to 11 p. Useful. Okay. Well, apologies, Mr. Wizard. I was a little bit late this time. But I've done enough for him that he knows I'm usually fairly reliable, so. You know, if they actually had opinions. There is no real roleplay, but you can fake it. Well, not really fake it. It's just headcanon. Alright. Let's see, what else? Skull Cavern Invasion. I'm not doing that. Not today. Biome Balance is done. Crop Order. Okay, that one's gonna finish as soon as I save. And the Ghost Bounty is the one I'm not gonna be able to do. So, I'll go to the farmhouse and empty the chests and call it a night and call it a video. Be waiting on the next very good spirit luck day to go into the Skull Cavern just for fun. Let's see here. Big chest, anything that goes in there. Any seeds? I don't think so. I already put the tubers in, I think, but we'll see. Wasn't even close to full inventory yet. Excuse me. Okay, the aqua chest, I go pick my tools up, I'm gonna need them. Now we will, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Okay, maybe not. Let's reorganize these tools and get them back in order. Alright, that'll do for the moment, and we'll catch you on the next one.